so I have to take about half out. And it can be a little more, a little less, doesn't matter. In the frosting, you don't have to measure as carefully as the cake. The cake you have to measure very carefully. And then half a cup of butter. And in America, maybe other places too, they mark the butter for you. I had to leave it out to get soft. But here they measure 1 tablespoon, 2, 3, 4. Here is 1/4 of a cup. The whole thing is half a cup. Okay, so sometimes recipes will say 1 stick of butter, and this is called 1 stick of butter in the U.S. Maybe it's not in France or in Glendor or Indonesia, but in the U.S. if they say 1 stick of butter, it's half a cup. Okay, room temperature. And if they say, you know, soften, don't put it on the stove to melt. It doesn't turn out the same. Some recipes you need melted butter, but not all of them. Frosting you don't want melted butter. Good? Good. In a minute, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to just get a little bit more butter out. If I leave too much butter in the wrapping, you know, I change the measurements. So it's not just not wasting, but you want to stick to your recipe. Now, let's see if there are any more up here. Teaspoon of vanilla. I have to cook with a paper towel because I get... Oh, thanks. That dispenser used to work a little bit better. And what comes after that? Oh, I have to sift again. Would one of you please open this cupboard and find the sifter that we used this morning, please? That machine that went like that. Did I put it in there? That's it? That's it. Some cooks like to have 2 sifters around because this one now has flour in it. And you don't want flour in your frosting. So you can spend some time getting it out. But since I see so much in there, would you put that back in that bag for me, please? I think because I see so much, I'm going to go and get that. I'll get it. Oh, here's what I'm looking for, but this is all right. I think, so I get no flour in there, I'm going to use this instead. So how much, sifted confectioner's sugar, 2 cups. Let me just set that there a minute, see if I have any cups left. Yay! Okay. Watch out for some of these cups, because 1 cup is not up here. Look where the measurement is. This 1 cup is way down here. And if you put too much, you're going to change the whole recipe. Okay. Where's the music? I didn't put it. I need 2, don't I? So now, would you hold that for me, please? And you can shake it a little bit while I do this. You can do this with sugar, but not so much with flour. Flour tends to get clumps in it.
You have a spoon?
I will. I'm going to give you the one I have in my hand in just a moment. Oh, did I get flour, sugar all over you? There you go. And she'll push it through. Now, I know the housekeepers in Dury, Maida, she could make this with no book, because she'd made it for so many expats. But there are only a few ingredients. But what she was good at is she could look and say, needs more sugar, or needs more. She knew exactly what it was supposed to be like. I'm going, So your experience, the more experience you have, you can do it in your sleep once you've had experience. Almost everybody. I'm not sure about this woman behind the camera.
No.
Thanks. Okay. Now, I'm a terrible direction follower, so let me just tell you, I've already made a mistake. This is the way I bake, so I'm sorry I'm doing this, but here was what I was supposed to do, was to take the cream cheese and the butter first. Marty's going, then do the vanilla, then do the sugar. I'm sorry.
Okay, got it.
We'll just have to eat it the way it is. I'll take that spoon from you, thanks.
Mhm.
And that can just go by the sink. I don't
Okay.
think I need it anymore. So what I'm risking is I'm risking that the vanilla won't be evenly distributed. That's not real bad, but I should have looked at the directions better, and I apologize. So you've got to cream this, and if I had done the butter and the
Did you
cheese
make it
first, it
video?
would be a little easier. So you have to be patient. And I'm pushing a little bit, because I'm pushing all that air out of the powdery sugar. Now, we're gonna take a vote. Ready? Election day is soon, but we're gonna have voting right now. But I'll tell you what you're gonna vote on, not Obama and, Here are the two choices. And I'll take whatever we vote for the majority, okay? I can frost the whole cake in back of me. Have you seen it? Here it is out of the oven. Good color.
Yeah.
Good color. I can frost it and then cut it. Quick and easy. We get our dessert fast. And I can put some nuts on. We still probably have some nuts around. Or, number two choice is I cut it, we take it out, we put the piece on a plate, and then we frost one piece at a time. But it looks prettier, but then you can't taste it so soon. It'll be 10 minutes, you know? So think about your choice, and in a minute I'll have you vote.
Oh my God.
Think about this.
We have plenty of time for both. If we were in a hurry, I'd say forget it, we'll frost it now. No choice. But we do have a little bit more time before we have to go. If I don't use every bit of sugar, it's not too bad, but you really don't want powdery sugar on your cake unless you plan, you know, that it's really part, some recipes you want that. And my frosting's a little bit lumpy, and that's my fault, because I didn't do the creaming right. I can get some of the lumps out by just continually stirring. If you're cooking in a warm room, it'll almost get soupy, so you don't want to make it liquid like soup. I think we're just going to have lumpy frosting, and you'll remember me. She's the lady who makes lumpy frosting. Okay, are you ready to vote?
Yeah.
All right. All people who say, frost the whole thing, let's eat now. Put your hand up, please.
Oh, wait.
Or who says cut and let's frost each piece for each person? Who put your hand up, please? Some people didn't vote. We have to vote again. Are you ready? Who says vote? Who says put frosting on the whole thing and then cut?
Because we make this is
All right, one. This will be the frosting.
Yeah.
Frost, then cut. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, who says cut first, then frost? Put your hand up. 3. 3. You didn't vote and I didn't vote.
Well, I'm all for fast.
Okay, that one. The fast one. So, thanks. And I'm sure you have all done this, so nothing too scientific about it. So how did you ladies from the equator like the cold weather last week? Wasn't it wonderful? I hope you like cold weather. We're going to get a little bit more of it someday. Soon.
I come on the fog.
Yeah, you too, don't you? Oh my gosh.
It's really Pacific. So this is
Louder,
nice.
This is
But then I
good.
do like the bottom one.
I like the
Oh,
color.
leave some without any.
Because there is an alcohol there.
There's what in there? But when we cooked, oh, that's where it was. We didn't cook the vanilla. Yes, I apologize, Virda. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. Vanilla didn't go into the cooked part, it went into the,
Vanilla?
yeah, we'll give you the edges. Thank you for remembering, I'm sorry I didn't remember better. Sometimes it is in the cake, and not the frosting. I was remembering wrong. Okay, we'll give you the edges. Our frosting will be thicker. You think that'll be okay for the ones that... Okay. Let's cut it over there. Does that sound good?